Hello, welcome back to Mathline channel in which you can watch a maths lesson every week. So this week's lesson is the continuation of the last class. That is, we are continuing with the pairs of angles. We have studied two type of pairs of angles, that are complementary angles and supplementary angles. Now we will study more pairs of angles. Now see the first figure. There are two angles joined each other here. They have the same vertex. Which of the two angles I am considering? See, angle AOB and angle BOC. What is common in them? The vertex is common for both the angles. Also, OB, the side OB is the side of both the angles. Side OB is the side of both the angle AOB and BOC. They are said to be adjacent angles. What is the meaning of adjacent? Nearby, next to. So what is the condition? Two angles having same vertex and one common side. Now we will see angle AOB and angle AOC. These angles also satisfying these two conditions: same vertex, one common side. Which is the common side? Angle AOC and angle AOB. OA is the common side. But these angles are not adjacent. Only AOB and BOC are adjacent. Why? The two conditions are satisfied, but one more condition is there. The sides which are not common should be on the opposite sides of the common side. Clear? Which is the common side when you consider AOB and BOC? OB is the common side. The non-common sides are OA and OC. They lie opposite to the side OB. Clear? So these three conditions should be satisfied for two angles to be adjacent. Clear? So what are adjacent angles? Two angles having same vertex, one common side, and non-common sides are oppositely lying to the common side. These three conditions are to be satisfied for two angles to be adjacent. Clear? So in this figure only angle AOB and angle BOC are adjacent angle. Clear this pair? Now we will come to their measure. The sum of their measure, angle AOB, measure of angle AOB plus measure of angle BOC will be equal to measure of angle AOC. So what is the property of measure of adjacent angles? Sum of the measures of two adjacent angles is equal to measure of the angle found by the non-common sides. Clear? That is about adjacent angles. Now comes to the next figure. Here you can see a figure with two lines intersect each other. When two lines intersect each other, two pairs of angles formed, which are the identical marks represent. See here, angle POQ and angle ROS are called vertically opposite angles. They oppositely lie. When these vertically opposite angles are formed, when two lines intersect each other. Similarly, one more pair you will get. Which are they? Angle POR and angle QOS are vertically opposite angles or simply opposite angles. So what is the condition for two opposite angles? Their side form pairs of opposite rays. The sides of two vertically opposite angles form pairs of opposite rays. See here, OP and OS are opposite rays or they form a line. Similarly, OQ and OR are opposite rays. So understood pairs of opposite angles. How many pairs are formed when two lines intersect each other? Two pairs of vertically opposite angles are formed. Now comes to their measures. The vertically opposite angles are congruent. In previous class, I told about congruent, meaning of congruent. They are exactly equal. Their measures will be equal. Suppose angle POQ equal to 40 degree and angle ROS also will be 40 degree. Vertically opposite angles are congruent. Their measures are equal. So understood the pairs of vertically opposite angles? Clear? Now comes to the next figure. Here also you can see this is a type of adjacent angles only. One common side, common vertex, non-common sides are lying opposite to. But what is the difference of the first figure to this third figure? What difference you can see? The uncommon sides, OM, ray OM and ray OL, they are like a what? They form a line or a pair of opposite rays. We know that pair of opposite rays form line. So but this type of adjacent angles are called angles in linear pair. Angles in linear LINE. This comes from this line only. In a line, two adjacent angles are formed. The non-common sides form a line or vertical opposite rays or opposite rays. These two adjacent angles are formed in a line or their non-common sides form a line or opposite rays. So what is the definition of angles in linear pair? If the non-common sides of two adjacent angles form a pair of opposite rays or a line, then these adjacent angles are said to be angles in linear pair. Clear? What is angles in linear pair? The non-common sides of two adjacent angles form a line or opposite rays. Now comes to the measure of angles in linear pair. See, when you add, see angle MON, that is this much. Angle NOL. So what is completed? It is started from here 0 to 180 is completed. So what is the relation of measures of two angles in linear pair? Their sum will be always 180 degree. Clear? Sum of the measures of angles in linear pair is 180 degree. Clear? Or if the sum is 180 degree, what they called? They called supplementary angles. In other words, we can say that angles in linear pair are supplementary. Angles in linear pair are supplementary. That is very important property of angles in linear pair. Clear? Understood how the sum is 180? The together, if you get, it will come start from 0 to 180 degree. Clear? So that is the very important, the property of angles in linear pair. Sum of the measures of two angles in a linear pair is 180 degree. In other words, angles in linear pair are supplementary. That is all about the pairs of angles. So how many pairs of angles you have learned? Complementary angles, supplementary angles, adjacent angles, vertically opposite angle, and angles in linear pair, and their relation also are very important pairs of angles. So thank you for watching this lesson. Please share the video, forward, and subscribe my channel. See you next week. Have a nice day. Thank you.